Berelc and Chris Renfro star in Pretty Stoned on MTV, coming to us April 19th. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Are you
Paris,
kidding? Thank you.
Paris, let's go ahead and start with you. Stella and Darcy, complete opposites, but they got to work together. Tell us a little bit about the premise of this film.
So Stella and Darcy are coworkers, and yes, they can't stand each other at all. And then someone loses $20,000 worth of product, so they have to go on a big adventure to get the $20,000 back, and it's chaos, and it's fun, and it's car chases and bad guys, and it's very hectic, but it's very fun and funny.
And Chris, for the character of Blaze, I'm assuming that someone would like to receive that $20,000 worth of product.
Oh yeah, everyone is after this product right now. It's gorgeous and it glows pink. Like who wouldn't want that?
As far as the character of Blaze, Candy Burris, who's also in the film, has a child as the name of Blaze. Did both of you talk about that?
You know what? We actually never got to cross paths. Our time on set was exactly the opposite. There are like so many amazing cameos being made in this movie that it was just impossible for all of us to meet each other. So like I'm excited to see everyone in this film. Like I didn't get to meet everyone.
Let's talk a little bit about the evolution of 420 films. In the 80s, the 90s, in the early aughts, it was a different time. And now that it's legal, there's so many different situations that we can put ourselves in as far as the theme of these movies go.
Yes, we're a pretty cool a female-led stoner movie though, so I feel like that one hasn't really been done yet. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, when I read the script, it gave me like Harold and Kumar vibes, Friday vibes, and I love those movies. So it was fun, like, coming from like a female perspective and a more like modern perspective. And everyone was so like lovely and creative, so it really just turned into a big chaotic fun film.
You both have worked on ensemble series, and as far as this project goes, Chris, you had just mentioned there's a lot of cameos, a lot of moving parts, a lot of people coming in. What was it like to be a part of this project? Chris, you want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, I mean, this project was so fun. We got to like improvise a lot. We got to like be really loose with it. And because we had such a short amount of time together in Atlanta, we were there for like, I think like 3 weeks, Paris. It was just like, okay, everyone was on top of their stuff. And so we got to just like kind of party and have fun all the time together on set, so that was the vibe. It just was like you know what it's like theater kids in high school. That was kind of the vibe where we were like always backstage like giggling with each other and stuff.
I do want to talk about a couple of other projects that the both of you are in. As far as Alexa and Katie, I mean, that show means so much to so many people, Paris. When you started it and, throughout your journey on that show, did you realize the impact that you were going to have on viewers?
Honestly, no. The Alexa and Katie it's the one project that I'm really truly the most proud of. Not that all of my other ones I'm not, but that show, it touched people in a way that I didn't fully understand that it would. And we would do live audience shows all the time. That was my first time being on a show that had live audience, and we would have families coming who were either going through treatment or in remission, and it was just fun to see like that look on like their kid's face, just to like be in a fun environment like that. And we would always get messages and letters from families saying like, hey, like my kid is going through chemo right now, but they're watching Alexa and Katie and they're laughing. And that is the most rewarding thing that I could ever hear from anybody. So that show truly means so much to me, and I'm so grateful that I was able to be on it for as long as I was.
And meaning so much to so many families out there.
Yes. That show will always have a very special place in my heart, for sure.
And Chris, let's talk a little bit about Queer as Folk, a huge popular show in Britain, and then they had a version of it about 20 years ago here, and then we got to have a rebooted version here. Talk a little bit about being a part of that series and representation that we're seeing on TV now.
Yeah, I mean, our Queer as Folk on Peacock changed my life. I met some of my best friends from that show, and we got to make something that like was really meaningful for all of us. Like to have such diverse queer representation on screen that was authentic, and like was meant to tell like new, interesting, and honest stories felt really cool. And it's a bummer that we're not coming back, but I know all of us were really proud about the stories that we got to tell. And we still have like group chats going on. Like I was just talking to them yesterday, so if nothing else, got like a ton of really great friends out of it.
And you got a great group chat going on.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then very quickly here, but before we go, Paris, I'll go ahead and start with you. Movie comes out on 4/19. Obviously, 420 people are going to be streaming it as well too. How are you both of you going to be watching? Are you going to be interacting with fans on social media, watching it with friends?
I think we're both hosting little parties, actually. So I think that's Chris and I's vibe for this one. Maybe doing some fun things while watching the film.
Yeah. DM me for my home address.
There you go. Fans can go ahead and do that. Chris, Paris, thank you so much.
Everyone's invited.
Paris, Chris, thank you so much for your time today. Pretty Stoned on MTV, coming to us April 19th.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.